Look, we all saw the Sneako video. We know what's going on. I mean, if you haven't seen the video, your favorite content creator has probably made a video about that particular video, so you know what's going on. It's brought back the conversation that people have been having that a lot of young men are being like left in the wind when it comes to dating, relationships, making sure that they're not steered down a more extreme path, down a path where they think that, some of these people, down the path where they think some of like these people over here are giving them sound advice on things when they're actually saying stuff like this. Yeah, the movie No Hard Feelings is coming to Netflix very soon. It might even be on Netflix by the time this comes out. It introduces a solution that a lot of people say that, the left or that, leftists are not proposing for this assumed problem when it comes to people who tend to get radicalized in the red pill manosphere space of things. So this is not for anyone who's like had their Joker moment and has decided that like all women are evil and that they need to go to the gym and battle all their feelings until they become the chattiest of Chad dudes so that they can like get all the women and then reject them, or like be emotionally abusive so that they can like really prove that they were good enough the whole time, when in actuality, their personality shows that they weren't good enough the whole time. The movie No Hard Feelings is a comedy movie that involves Jennifer Lawrence playing a very like emotionally unavailable woman who decides to answer like a Craigslist ad, coming from parents who were offering a car to a girl that could take out their son, and it's heavily implied that this woman would like deflower their son, basically that they would take away his V card, so to speak, and it's because the husband says this:
I was shy when I was Percy's age, but I dated this girl right before I went to college, and she really opened me up sexually.
Okay.
Barbara. Anyway, by the time I got to college, I was out of my shell and thriving.
Yes, and that's what we want for Percy.
It was very, very like interesting that that he said that. It's something that isn't mentioned a lot, but a lot of people in general have this sort of person who kind of like took them out of their shell, like really like opened them up to the world around them, and like helped them feel a lot more confident in themselves. And so the movie focuses on the idea of like, what if like a lot of the men who are very, very lonely, very, very sheltered, who feel like they can't find what they're looking for, or that they're never going to be loved the way that they want to, feel that the pressures of like sex and dating and all those things are just kind of like crushing them, and that they're never going to be good enough, and then they go down a dark path and decide to do extreme things in order for society to acknowledge them, because usually they want to be acknowledged in some kind of way. The movie showed a relationship between two people who both needed each other for different reasons, Spoilers for the movie. If you haven't seen it, see it. So I'm going to give you a second to leave if you don't want to know some pivotal moments in this movie, but I'm going to spoil a little bit. I'm going to spoil like the general premise of the movie. So the point is that Jennifer Lawrence is like a woman who has decided to be like very, very emotionally like distant towards men. She, hooks up with dudes. They show an example of like a guy who really, really like wanted to invest himself in her, and she wasn't really all about it. So she kind of ghosted him. She goes to her local bar. She finds a dude. She hooks up with him, etc. Right? And the son in the movie is like what, 19? I think he's about to go to college. He's very, very sheltered. He's not necessarily like an incel. He's more just very, very shy. kind of down the incel path, but he doesn't like resent anything. He doesn't resent anyone for the place that he's in. He just feels like he hasn't connected with someone. And later on in the movie, they even showed that like there are girls who are interested in him. He just maybe doesn't notice, or he doesn't really assert himself enough to like have these conversations or do these things. And so in the movie, they form like a very strong bond. He gets very, very infatuated with her. He feels like he's in love with her, and she runs away immediately because that's just her personality. And like eventually he teaches her that she can open up to people and that it can be okay. But the one thing that's the most important about that movie is they don't end up together. They decide to have like a more platonic relationship because, you know, she's older than him. He's in like very formative years of his life. She understands that he needs to go out into the world and enjoy his like, you know, his newfound freedom and not shelter himself even more than his parents have done for him. And even his parents are like, we don't want him to be sheltered. We want him to like enjoy the world that he's going to like, you know, engage in with college, you know, have fun, party, meet new friends, all that stuff, right? And I think that's the solution. You know, that's the like very simple solution that doesn't get harped on enough because it's very nuanced. A lot of the same, like, you know, younger men, boys who go down that like pathway would not do that if they had a friend, of like the opposite gender who could just be a platonic friend to them, who could like give them advice to say, hey, you know, girls don't like this, and this. So like, you know, just make sure you like notice these things, take a shower, you know, make sure you smell nice, make sure like don't dress up too much, but you know, dress up a little bit, you know, be yourself, try to be as confident as you can. But if you're not confident, just don't get so nervous that you don't say anything, you know. Take some like very basic advice on interpersonal reactions and like or interpersonal relationships, and make sure that at the end of the day, you two are interacting with each other like regular human beings, and that like if you're trying to engage with someone romantically, that like they are a human just like you, and they're a lot more understandable about things than you think, you know? It showed the importance of like friendships in people's lives. Like it doesn't always have to be like a woman that's like the friend that teaches them those things, but like, you know, a friendship is very important with someone who understands enough to get that person out of their shell, or get that person to feel more secure with themselves, so that they can like go off into the world and not go down the path of like running over people with a car, or like, you know, buying a gun and then showing up into a public place and like firing at people, or like any of the like wild things that incels have been doing lately, you know? You don't have to pay anybody to get advice on how to be a normal human being and have some success in your love life or in life in general. Like you don't need all that. Also, avoid sneako content at all times.
Fuck the woman! Fuck the woman!
What? No, wait. We love women. We love women.
What? Not like transgenders.
Oh no!